I have a book in me. This is my friend, my brother.
Thank you, Kelly and Oliver.
I'm a multi-award winning best-selling author.
If you want to start a new business, I suggest you write the book on it.
God woke me up at 2:30 in the morning and I wrote a book.
Some of you got books already. Some of you got novels already.
The lead generator is the book.
You write a book, you leave a legacy to your children.
And I hope you guys listen to these guys so they know what they're talking about.
Hey, I'm the publisher, Mr. Kelly Cole.
And I'm Dr. Oliver T. Reid, the relationship architect.
And welcome to Books-N-Brothas Podcast. You messed that up, bro. This is our first episode. But as y'all gonna know, when y'all stick around with us, we are two goofy brothers who just have a good time, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man? Great.
Hey, man, I'm tired. I worked hard today. First day of the new year. I worked hard today, but we getting it in tonight.
Yes. Same here, bro.
So let's do a quick recap. So how was your 2019? If you could sum up your 2019 in a few minutes, how was your 2019?
Man, I think 2019 was one of the things I would say, if I had to describe it, it was almost like a trampoline. There was some highs where I was like, man, I'm on top of the world. And there was some valleys, peaks where I'm like, what's going on? But the biggest thing for me was in doing the whole jumping up and down, the whole, I would say the whole journey of it, embracing that whole journey was my 2019.
Dope, man. Dope, man. Yeah, so if I could sum mine up, I think I put this on my Facebook and my Instagram. It's grace, man. By the grace of God, I'm still here. Because, there was many days I didn't think I was going to make it in 2019. 2019 was, like you said, a trampoline, man, ups and downs. But we made it through, man. We're on the other side. It's 2020. Me and my bro, we launching this podcast, man. It's going to be a blessing to people. What you think?
Man, I'm excited, man. I'm really excited about this podcast and just really being able to share our lifelong journeys, especially what we do, and the process behind what we do is so important. I think people don't get to see this, so people that's tuning into this podcast is really going to get the real, like back in the day, behind the scenes, version of what we do.
For sure, yeah. And like you said, this is our first episode. You're going to get to know us. We're some goofy brothers who definitely love God, love what we do, love our families, man. We just believe in having a good time, and we're very passionate about helping people. So that's the reason why we started this podcast. So how is a little bit going to work? We're going to give you a little brief formatting on how, this podcast is going to work. Most weeks we're going to have a topic, and then we like to give out tips. We're going to have questions. You can always send your questions in. So underneath, anytime we post it on social media, just put your questions underneath or DM me or Dr. Reid, and we will answer your questions live on the podcast. We'll do our announcements and thank our sponsors. But yeah, bro, you want to jump into the topic for this week?
Yeah, man, one of the things I want to jump in, I think our topic this week was going to be, basically how we do book publishing or writing tips for the week. And I think it's the 2020 marketing takeover is what we're going to be talking about today, right?
So, yeah. So, no, the topic of the week is, who we are, what qualifies us. So, kind of give them your backstory of what qualifies you. Like give them, a little bit of your testimony, a little bit of your story, and let them know what qualifies, what qualifies us to do this podcast.
Yeah, I am definitely a writer to the heart. I've written over about 20 books. Several of them have been bestsellers. Started writing as a kid, sixth grade. A little bit before that, I would say first, second grade, winning writing contests. Didn't really know I had a gift, but just thought I could rap, wrote down raps. And then I thought I could do some other stuff, and just a journey I was on with writing. So basically wrote books, even as a young age, but really got into it kind of late. I kind of wish I would have done it a whole lot sooner. But one of the things I do, I'm a writing coach, multi-best-selling author, motivational speaker, and I go around the country and the world sharing my gifts and taking my story. I always say, like you said about it earlier, we just kind of raw, taking the good, the bad, and the ugly, and putting it together, and then showing people how to do that. And so I do a lot of that as well as relationship coaching, help people build their relationships in business, whether it's one-on-one self-care, just helping them build their relationship in so many ways with God and others and in business sectors. So I do a lot of coaching in those arenas.
Dope, bro. Yeah, good stuff. So just like you, my brother just said, I am a 2-time #1 best-selling author. my first book, which is Conversations with Sharks. It was about the hit TV show ABC Shark Tank, where I interviewed Barbara Corcoran and Damon John and turned that into a book along with my notes from the show Shark Tank. That became my first #1 bestseller. But in that birthed my publishing company. So I'm also the CEO of Publishing Advantage Group. I have written over 50 plus paperback, audio, and ebooks to date. I'm going to show you how, like we said, as we go along in this podcast, I'm going to share with you how we write so many books fast. And we're all about helping people. We're all about helping people. We publish people from all walks of life, including a 16-year-old girl who was born blind to retired NFL and NBA players, doctors, apostles, bishops, and everybody in between. So we believe in helping people. We believe in, helping you take your story and turn it into print and profiting from it. About a couple of years ago, about 2 or 3 years ago, how long ago was it when we did our first writers conference?
I think it's been actually 5 years ago.
Wow, bro.
Half a decade.
So 5 years ago, we started the, back then it was called Write Your Way Out. We have repackaged it and rebranded to the Book It Masterclass. So we have been doing writing workshops and masterclass for over 5 years. So what we've noticed is, like my brother was saying earlier, more people wanted to know a little bit more of the behind the scenes and, get to know us more. So we decided to do this podcast, and we was going to kick it off 2020 with this podcast. So we are well qualified. Like my brother said, he's a excellent writing coach, ghostwriter, so on and so forth. And I'm the publisher. I do a lot with marketing and things like that. So we're going to always be here for you. You can always, like I said, send us questions. We're going to be excited to share with you.
Yep.
You want to add to that, bro?
Yeah, there's something that we do, and I always say that we actually practice what we preach. And for lack of a better word, it's the term that goes around like Google me or hit me. You can actually research some of the stuff that we've done over the last, I would say, 10 years. It's been fascinating. #1 best-selling books, but also being able to help all genres of people and help them get their story out. That's one of the things I love to do, is really help people dig in. And we feel that everyone should have a book. And that's one of the things that I always coach and say that, becoming that book as well, to tell your story, to not delete the bad scenes, talk about the bad stuff, talk about the good stuff, and being able to do that. And we've even, man, we'll talk about this a little later, but we've even seen just I would put it this way, the enthusiasm as we go around the country with the Book Masterclass tour, and seeing people's book coming to fruition is our greatest joy. I remember first meeting Kelly, you said something that was powerful. You said, man, to see people's dreams come true. One of your biggest desires as a publisher, as a person, is to see people's dreams come true. And so we're happy to do that every day.
For sure, bro. It's one thing to, have a job. Like I was talking to somebody, and I remember when I was working at Walmart and how miserable I was because I knew I was called to greater. I knew I was called to more. And to be in a position like we are now to help people dreams come true, bro, there's no greater feeling. There's no greater feeling to hand someone their book for the first time and just see the tears, come down their face. And it's just an amazing feeling, man. I'm blessed to be able to do, what we do. So we love it, man. We love it. We love it. What has having a book done for you in your career?
Man, having a book, man, has really opened doors that I couldn't even walk through without the book.
Yeah.
I would say it's the key. I mean, certain people will just bring you in to speak. I do speaking, coaching, ministry, all the different things. And having a book, man, people kind of put you in a category as an expert because of the knowledge that you provide. Because you're basically not only answering the question, you documented that answer.
Yes.
So a lot of people, when I document the answer, they say, hey, that's coming. It's kind of like I've been able to skip the line when it comes to them looking for speakers, looking for coaches, and also looking for somebody to be as a vendor, to be able to come in and sell my books at vending opportunities. It has allowed me to meet great people. I can't even count the amount of people I've met just because I had a book that I may not have ever known, but through online sales and all those different things, people will respond. And the greatest thing I've ever got was somebody from another country saying, hey, you know what? I was about to commit suicide. I was depressed. I was whatever. And I read your story and it helped me out.
Wow, man. That's awesome, man. You touched on something that was very, very powerful. Not only did you answer a question, but you documented it. And that's how you do a book, man. And just like you said, man, I remember the week I released Conversations with Sharks, I got a call from Norfolk State University to come sit on an entrepreneurship panel. And man, it was one of the best feelings in the world. I mean, they paid for travel, they paid for lodging, and then I was actually able to sell books. And then afterwards, they took me to my favorite restaurant, bro. And it was, like I said, I'll never forget that day. They took me to P.F. Chang's. So I love Chinese food, man. I love, P.F. Chang's, and it was just the best feeling in the world. And I thank God that, like I said, I wrote the book and I listened. But so like I said, that's kind of like our topic. We wanted to, give you a little bit about ourselves, what qualifies us. Like, our knowledge runs so deep, like my brother on the literary side, and helping you actually, go through exercises to writing your book. What's one of the things, like you shared the book in Masterclass, one of the things you share is about communication. You mind sharing that with the people?
Yeah, one of the things that I found out is that communication is the greatest form. I feel that if there's ever a problem in any relationship, it's evolved around communication.
Yeah.
And I haven't found anything different. If you do, let me know. But if it's finances, if it's breakup, it's all about communication and how you communicate those problems. But I talk about in the book of Masterclass about how we hear at a faster rate than we speak.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of dead space. What I mean by that is when I'm talking, somebody on the other line is already ready to go or saying, oh, let me finish what he's saying. And a lot of times we miss that opportunity to gather the correct information. And then it affects our communication. So we all have a communication style. And even in writing, we kind of write sometimes the way we talk.
Yeah.
And we expect somebody on the other end to just get it. But one thing I tell people, man, in that class, and people bust out laughing, man, when I do the activity, is that everybody's not the same. And so you have to also look on the other side of the journey and what you want to convey your message, because you can be saying the right message the wrong way. And it can lock the reader out and lock the person out of communicating and enjoying your story and enjoying your book.
For sure. So with that being said, communicate to us. So when we're posted on social media, when you see this podcast go up on iTunes, make sure that you're leaving us reviews. Make sure you're, sending us questions. Make sure you're sharing it, because I promise you the content is going to be thick and it's going to be rich. And we always give more, say we over deliver always. Anybody that has ever came to any of our events, we always over deliver. And I mean, my brother tell you right now, the stuff that we've already talked about, the majority of it haven't even been on the list of the formatted of things we was going to talk about, but we just believe in flowing, man. We have a good time together. We're a great 1-2 punch, and we know how to flow with each other. So we're going to deliver the value to you guys. So the tip, like I said, each week we want to try to give you guys a tip, some type of tip when it comes to publishing and or marketing. And bro, if you want to get your tip together, I'll share the 2020 Marketing Takeover. And if you want to think of something that you want to share for us helping them write. But this is something for people who, already have a book. I'm going to share my 2020. I call it the 2020 Marketing Takeover. And last week I was at my brother's house. I was at Dr. Reid's house, and I shared with him this plan that I have to take over social media, the internet in 2020. So, and I applied this. I've been doing this for a long time. So, my son, he's a Christian artist. And he started out at age 4. So to build his career, I kind of developed this process. And this was before Instagram. I think the only thing that was popping was MySpace back in the day when my son started out. But I created this process called the 30-day takeover. Okay. Now I've done some editing to it, and I'm going to share with you how you can apply it to if you have a book and when you do go ahead and write your book. Okay. So what I usually do is, and I'm gonna give you the full formula. On the last Sunday of each month, that's my content creation Sunday. So the first part of it is you want to post a video per day. Okay. So I'll take that last Sunday of each month and I will record 30 videos. Or if I have spoke at an event, I'll take that video that I have where I spoke at an event and I'll chop it up into 30 videos. So I have a video to post every day. Okay. All right. The next part of it is you want to post a quote image or a regular picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a video a day, a quote image per day, and then a regular picture. So I'm going to do 3 different pieces of content every single day. You don't have to do that. What I recommend you at the minimum you do is a video per day. Okay. But it's the takeover. So you're going to post one in morning, noon, and night. That's when my posting schedule. So in 30 days, you have released 90. I will have released 90 pieces of content into, social media. And I share it not only on Instagram, Facebook, I share it on, Twitter, if you're still using Twitter. I do, the Instagram stories, Facebook stories. I do LinkedIn, and I also do Snapchat. Those are the ones where I share all of my content. And then the video, the raw video that I post, I go ahead and put that up on YouTube. So you can see how far that content will spread. And all it's going to be is different tips. I'm going to be answering questions that, different authors send me in. They want to know how to start writing their book, so on and so forth. And that's just going to give me content for my video. So that's the 2020 takeover. Post a minimum of 1 video per day. And if you can, take a quote from the video or take a quote from your book and create little quote images. If you want to see what one looks like, go to Publishing Advantage Group on IG, or you can go to The Relationship Architect because my bro has some as well. So quote images, regular picture, and a video. That's called the 2020 Marketing Takeover, because content is king. So you want to create good content to direct people back to whatever it is that you really want to sell them. So direct them back to your books, direct them back to your coaching, direct them back to whatever the thing is that you want to brand. So that's the tip of the day, 2020 Marketing Takeover. And you can apply that to anything. I don't care what your business is. I don't care if you don't have a book, just releasing the content in a minimum of a video in 30 days. So, but that's the tip, bro. So you got a tip for them?
Yeah, I was going to say that before I do the tip, man. I've been, for everybody's listening, I've been applying that. I mean, because last week, I believe it was last week, or the week before last, you blew my mind at the table with that. And I've been putting that together, and I've been seeing it, just the response. The first day, this is day 1. Because I always say we practice what we preach.
Yeah.
We're Books-N-Brothas, but we actually do books, and we are brothers, right? So at the end of the day, I did that. And I can see the response. It was overwhelming, man. Already people are seeing it, responding, and it prepares you for things ahead. It keeps your brain sharp as well. It keeps your creativity flowing. But my book tip that I would give, that I always say this, man, and what it is, bro. I always tell them that you don't have to finish to be finished. That's the biggest thing, biggest concept that kept me, my first book, 10 years writing my first book, because I was trying to finish it. I was trying to get everything, pack 10 years worth of information inside of this book. And one of the things I realized that, I think I was talking to you for the first time, man. You said, why don't you just break it down into volumes? And it was life-changing for me, bro, when you said that, because I was like, okay, I can just break this stuff down, because I thought I had to finish. So somebody out there who's already listening, or you're going to be watching, think I'm going to do this book this year, but I got to finish. Go ahead and do what you have. And before I knew it, I had already had enough content to finish my book, or one section of my book. So I say it again, you don't have to finish to be finished. You can shut it up and then open it up again and do series and volumes, volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, whatever you want to do. You don't have to sit down and get it done all in one day. That's one of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of writers do, trying to finish, and they never finish. I can't even tell you how many counts of people that we talk together saying they're going to do the book in 2019, 2018. We've been doing this for 5 years, 2017, and never got it done.
Let's keep it funky. We've had people who signed up with us in 2018 who hasn't finished their book yet. It's 2020, and they've made deposits to get to pay for the publishing and still haven't finished the book. So in 2020, man, if you don't get anything that we share on any other episode, just finish the book. And like my brother said, you don't have to finish to be finished. So don't think you got to write this big old long book. And to be honest, nobody's going to read it. It's a long 200-page book anyway. So I always encourage people 150 pages or less. The closer you can get to 100 pages, the better. The better chance you're going to have someone really consuming your content, unless they read novels and you're writing a novel. But so yeah, man, great tip, bro. And we're just going to keep rocking, man. We're going to keep rocking these things, bro. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited for 2020. We got some dates coming. We're going to be coming to different cities with our Book It Masterclass. And if you have a city and you have a place where you want us to come, make sure you hit us up and let us know. But we're just excited to share our gifts. We're excited to share and help as many people get their books done in 2020 as possible. But yeah, that's our only announcements. Be on the lookout. Probably by the next podcast, we'll try to share some dates and share some places that we're going to be. But be on the lookout for the 2020 Book It Masterclass Tour. We're definitely going to be coming to your area. And right now, we don't have any sponsors. So this episode is sponsored by Books-N-Brothas.
Books-N-Brothas.
So this is going to be a huge brand, bro. Can't you feel it?
Yeah, I feel it, man. And definitely one of those things that one of the things that you taught me, man, we always talk about, man, you don't have to get it perfect. You can go ahead and say it the right way, but you just got to get it started. Well, how you say it, bro?
That's it. The quote is, you don't have to get it right. You just got to get it going. And that's what we do. Like you said, man, we practice what we preach. We don't wait to get it right. We just get it going. Like you said, we don't normally wear hoodies and all of that. And this is my motto for 2020. And I'm glad you said before this, you text me like, yo, what we was going to wear. And I'm glad you sent me that because, man, in 2020, my thing is going to be just get it done. Just get it done. Not worrying about, okay, is my hair perfect? Is my beard this? Should I wear a shirt? Like, I'm just going to be about results and getting stuff done. So whoever likes it. Whoever rocks with it. I mean, because we can wear blazers, we can wear shirts, we can wear ties, we can wear all of that means nothing. If you rock with us, you're going to rock with us. If you don't, you don't. And we just going to rock. We're going to, and some days we might put on a blazer. We might put on a tie. We might put on a button up, but I'm just all about executing in 2020 and getting stuff done. I'm not going to be focused on the superficial things. You're going to see me as I am and see me how I'm feeling it that day. So, like I said, man, welcome to 2020 in the Books.
2020, man. I love it, man, because one of the things I'm realizing is if you wait on everything to get in order, you remain out of order.
Say that again.
You wait for everything to get in order, you remain out of order. Think about it. I'm looking at that vending machine. That's a whole nother show that you'll probably break down the whole month.
Go ahead.
But that vending machine, I remember sometimes I'll be so hungry and I'll get to that vending machine. You got the money, you got everything, but it says out of order. And you can see the products in there, but it keeps spitting your dollar back out. Bro. So what I look like going there every day, bro, to the same broken down machine? I'm going to have to go and make a change. And I feel like that's what some people are. You're trying to get that same goodie out of that last idea or getting some sponsors or getting somebody to click on or waiting for whatever. Yeah. One of the things, we live a busy, hectic life. We had to make time tonight to come on and execute our goal. So I'm like, man, when we try to focus on order sometimes, man, you're out of order waiting on that order.
Bro, excellent. I can't think of a better way to end this episode, bro. But that was powerful. But yeah, that's what we're going to do, man. We're just going to rock out. We're going to get things done. We're committed to bring you this podcast every week. I don't care where we are in the world. We're going to make time to do this podcast. And like I said, give us feedback, share this podcast. Make sure that you're tweeting it out. Make sure you subscribe on iTunes. We're going to get it up on iTunes, Spotify. We're going to get it everywhere. So, and send us your questions. Because we created this platform for you. We want to help you finish your book. We want to help you market your book. We want to help you rebrand your book or repurpose your book if you already have a book. So we created this platform for you. So make sure you're getting, everything you want out of it, bro. Anything else you want to say, bro?
Yeah, I was going to say, too, we're also looking for special guests. One of the things we do, we share the love. Once we know that we don't have it all. We have a lot. And sometimes just talking to my brother, we talk to each other. Our heads hurting because we have so much information. But we also realize that there's other people out there who are hungry, who have a message. So just look out. We'll also have pop-up guests from time to time. We'll be at different places. Sometimes we'll be on site together doing stuff where you can be a part of this. I would say try. I know this podcast is not for everybody, but it's for the people that hear the voice of it. Yeah. And so I'm excited, bro. We rock this out. We did it. Day one.
First episode. We putting it in the can. And like you said, bro, we're going to definitely have some guests on here, some other experts. I'm looking forward to having some, editors. We're going to bring editors on here. We're going to bring on illustrators. We're going to bring on other writers. We're going to bring on ghostwriters and the whole nine. We're going to have so much stuff in store for y'all. Rock with us. Like I said, this is our first episode. I believe we shared some great things. Be on the lookout. We got some excellent topics in store for you guys. And as you can see, my brother, he can go. He got some excellent one-liners. He gonna drop some. He gonna make your head explode. He gonna be dropping so much on you. But yeah, man, I love you, bro.
Love you too, bro.
Hey, let's make this happen. Books-N-Brothas Podcast.
Books-N-Brothas
in the book.
Podcast. Day one. Peace. I have a book in me. This is my friend, my brother.
Thank you, Kelly and Oliver.
I'm a multi-award winning best-selling author.
If you want to start a new business, I suggest you write the book on it.
God woke me up at 2:30 in the morning and I wrote a book.
Some of you got books already. Some of you got novels already.
The lead generator is the book.
You write a book, you leave a legacy to your children.
And I hope you guys listen to these guys so they know what they're talking about.